Hello, everybody. It is Demo Donna here, and thank you so much for joining me this evening. We are going to be playing with a foil and stencil system that I haven't had a chance to play with yet, and it is so beautiful. I'm really excited. I think a card like this can be used for birthday, thank you, to cheer someone up, get well soon, a thinking of you, sympathy, anything. So this is, if you didn't scoop these guys up, and I believe it was from July or August, and the panels that I'm featuring tonight are called Flowers in the Breeze. I'm going to try to make 2 cards is my hope for this evening and give you guys a couple tips and tricks along the way. As you know what we do, I know I promised you on Monday to show you guys some tips for the easy squeeze glue. So I'm going to really do my best to remember that at the end, as well as incorporate it into the cards that I use tonight. Because yeah, I've been playing with this glue for a very long time, longer than you even know. So I have a lot of tricks up my sleeves, and there's definitely more to come. So let's do our roll call, shall we? A little hello to everybody. I've already got to scroll up to the top of the page. You guys are loading up the comment section. And another FYI, starting next week until I figure out the new streaming service, I will just be live on Facebook. I know that's like half the people on here are live for YouTube. So, borrow your friend's account and just come on over to the dark side. I mean, the Facebook side, just for at least a couple weeks till someone has the patience to show me the live streaming. So just want to give you a heads up. I am hoping I could post my live on YouTube after, but I will definitely keep you posted. Hi, Susan. Hello, Carol. Hello, Kelly and Helen and Connie. Jennifer, hello. And Maria and Julie. Wow, so many of you guys tonight. And hello, Lori. And Maria and Renee. Happy Wednesday, Renee. Hi, Katrina. Maureen and Karen and Lynn. Oh my goodness. Oh my. And hey, Peggy, thanks for joining me. Thank you. Kelly for the hair compliment. You chop all your hair off and then you go, what am I supposed to do with this? So just the dirtier the hair, I feel like the better it holds a curl. You know what I mean, Kelly? We got each other. Hello, Jana. Cindy, hello. And okay, I think I'm caught up for now. For all of you hopping on, don't forget to say hello. Say hello to everyone in your community here. We're all here for the same thing, to hang out, learn some new things, have some good times, and make us feel good about buying all these supplies. And hopefully, I encourage you to use them, not just collect them, not just, have some things stored up. Okay, you guys, let's actually get to the fun part. Not my cute hair, of course, but the actual product. Took the wrong one off. Here we go. And I was a second late because my sound was going crazy. All right, here you guys go. Okay, show of hands. I like to do this. Who got these cutie patooties, Flowers in the Breeze, this die and stencil combo? Who got these and who has used them? And who purchased these and is hoarding them? Now's the time to fess up. Don't be shy. No judgment here. You're not alone. Okay, so step number 1, I was literally about to go. Of course you did, Karen. I was about to start coloring them in, but the first thing we're going to do is stencil them. And I'm using 2 different golds tonight. I am using Shattered Gold, which is gorgeous. I actually did get the names before tonight's, before tonight's live. So I am using Shattered Gold, and I am also using gold tinsel. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed, there are tons of gold. I need more gold. So I think after tonight, I'm going to go add to my list, my Demo Donna need list, and scoop me up some more. Okay, so I am going to be doing my foiling first. And guess what? Not only tonight am I foiling 2 panels, but I'm also going to do the negative. I don't know if I'm going to have time to put the negatives into a card, but I am going to be foiling my negatives. I've got way too many negatives saved up, so it's about time I start using them and practice what I preach. Okay, take my little brush and wipe this all down. Now I'm going to go into my made for television demonstrating voice, from my perky hello voice to my calming. I'm really overdoing it because I've been playing with a lot of glitter and embossing powder, and I'm sure it's all over my table, but that's okay. I just was embossing right before I went live. Okay, so we are going to put that there, and then I pre-cut both of my gold sheets. So that guy's going in first. I don't know why I pulled my long one out, but for those of you that buy the half sheet panels, there are larger folders available for purchase. So check that out. I actually had the half sheet panels for a long time and would cut them in half and use my little folder to run them through until I realized, oh, I can get larger panels and foil the whole thing. So maybe that's why I pulled that out, just to help someone out that did not know that, such as myself. I didn't realize there were longer folders until I watched one of Michelle's lives, and I was like, wait a minute, I need that. Okay, so first we're doing the shattered glass, and then our second panel is going to be the gold tinsel. And I'm going to take my gold tinsel now. And then I'm going to be doing a third panel. And that is going to be taking one of my black toner sheets. Oh my goodness, and this has glitter all over it. I actually dropped my folder on the floor in here, and that basically just means I dropped it into the vaults of glitter. So everybody gets some glitter. You get some glitter, and you get some glitter. Right? There's no keeping glitter away. Okay. I like that gold too, Helen. Love it. You know, and I love gold with like darker jewel tones, like the blue we're using tonight. This is Barbershop, or like a really rich, like a burgundy color or a deep green. Gold looks so pretty with those really dark jewel tones. All right, there is panel number 2. And then for this, I cut out with the black toner sheet. This is actually cut out the same size as the panels. So this is 4 by 5 1/4 as well. And you will see why I have everything the same size when we get to laying our card out. So if you ever want to do die cutting of just solid foil images, this is what you do first. You run it through your machine first on your toner sheet, and then you have that sheet of foiled paper, and then you can die cut it. So if I had a ton of toner sheets, I would probably do a sheet of each of my foils just to have that on hand. Then I have all this beautiful foil paper. That would be fun. A girl can dream, you know. A girl can dream. That's all I'm saying. Yes. Gold and red. Would love that too. Okay, we are done. We're done with this little cutie. Bye-bye. And make some more room. By the way, I never have enough room. There's no such thing as enough room on. I mean, I have 4 tabletops in here, and that's still not enough. Luckily, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So, okay, door number 1. We have our, oh shoot, I'm not done with my machine. I told you I'm doing the negatives. See, let's get back up here. Luckily, it's still warm, so that should be easy. Okay. Sometimes I just have way too much fun with myself and forget my own promises. Okay, let's open these up. Our first one, did anyone else get that? Did you get that I totally forgot my promise? So rude. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at how beautiful. That is just so gorgeous. And with the little squares from the shattered gold, it just offers a totally different element to the vibe here. Incredible. I love it. I like it a lot, guys. Okay, the negative. Thanks, Karen. Right? Can you believe? I just get a little too excited sometimes. I get a little ahead of myself. What can I say? Girl goes rogue. All right, I pulled out these and I have never used these. These are Beachy Colors foilable panels. And I am going to use, do I want to use the, I might as well. I think there's an orange one back here too. Even though we're going deep into the blues today, I wanted to just hang out in the blues. But I'm going to use these two. Again, these are Beachy Color foilable panels. Oh my goodness. Words, everybody. Words. Okay. Now we are going to, I'm going to do my blue one first. I'm going to do my blue one with the shattered gold. And you want to line that up as best you can. So cover all of those images. So you can't probably even tell, but I'm scooting this around since it's the exact same size. Not that it matters. You can obviously trim it down a little bit. So let's put that one in there. Then we have our next one. I think this is just the solid one. And look at that. It is solid sheet. Isn't that so cool? And that is just your toner sheet, solid sheet of the gold tinsel. Gorgeous. So we're going to be using that for something else. And then this is the gold tinsel flower pattern, which is really cool too, but you can see the difference. Oh, I almost put that away. Look at the difference. I mean, even though these are fine line images, you can totally see the difference of the two gold tinsels, which is incredible. I didn't think that they would show up that much. Fun fact, didn't think so. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool while we lay out the other one. And it's much easier for me to see when I flip this over with the white table background versus, there we go, versus trying to actually see the design come through. Okay, last but not least, then we could say goodbye to our cutie patootie mini mink in bright pink. All right, the fun part, even though you kind of already see it. So this to me would be just really cool background paper, like just to do like a cool saying on it. I feel like this wouldn't be like the main feature. This would maybe be like a side panel and then maybe some bigger flowers on it, but definitely like a nice added element. I really love the dark blue down here. And I don't know, I think with all of the shattered glass, it's kind of hard to see, but I hope you can see it. It's very pretty. Come on over, you can see it in person. Not sure how far the drive would be for you, but my craft room can fit about 1.5 human beings in here. Okay, I'm gonna peel this one up as well. And let me put my folder over here. You know what happens when you stick it in the wrong spot. And this as well, like I feel like they both look really cool. They're just really busy. So I feel like they would be like a nice accent on a paper, but you could see those orange and purples and blues. So pretty. Okay, I told you guys I was gonna do these, but not make a card. The main feature are these guys right here. And I am going to stencil both of these, but I have another trick for you guys. If you're gonna do any die cutting, I recommend doing the die cutting before you stencil. The inks I'm using take a little longer to dry. So I am going to use Fancy Frames to cut one of these. And I'm going to do that before we start our coloring. And the other neat thing is this guy fits in here perfectly. So you can even use it both ways. I can use it as a frame one day, even with just like the gold, or I can use, which I'm going to, the actual design that we cut out. All right, we're gonna run that through. And while we do that, we are gonna get started on our low tack mat. My die cut machine likes to make sure you all say hi to it. It's kind of like a barking dog in the background. Okay, well this is what we're after. This is what I'm going to color today. And then this is that cool little frame. So like I said, because I centered it, I can just use that with that gold embellishment as a frame. These would even be cool too as frames. Really neat. Okay, I'm going to set that little frame aside. We are going to pop this guy off. That is all we will be using that guy for. And we are going to get to the coloring now. Okay, so I am going to start with this one and set that in there. You can see I was playing with blues today. And these are the stencils. Flowers in the Breeze stencil and foilable bundle. Oh, I got them all together. That's lovely. I don't know if that's still how they're available. I'm guessing yes, because I think that would be great. Can you do a negative on a colored panel? Yes, we did that. That is what these guys are. Is that the negative on the colored panels? Is that what you were asking, Cindy? I hope so. If so, the answer is yes. That is how they turn out. It really depends on the type of foil you have, on how easy it is to really see the design, or if you're kind of creating just a really cool background paper. Okay, there we go. So I use the tacky mat. I've used this quite a bit now. And to me, that's just so much easier. You put your, whatever you're stenciling down, and then your stencil over it, and then have a blast. I'm also using the daubers, which I'm so happy are still in stock because I know I've been using them a lot and they're still here. And I am going to absolutely be ordering more of the little dauber refills. For instance, all these 4 blues that I'm going to use right now, I'm using with the same dauber. So I'm trying to get off that really dark blue first, and I'm going to work my way from lightest to darkest. All right, so I'm going to dip into my my teal first, pardon me. And I'm just going to do a pouncing. So maybe a little table shaking. This is the fun part. This is when we can all talk about our days. Have we stenciled before? I think the fact that Pink and Main has offered these stencil kits makes me feel like I'm really capable of coloring, and I appreciate that. You know, there's obviously all different levels of comfort in coloring and card making and stamping and glittering. So I really appreciate being able to stencil. You know, it's kind of fun. And you don't have to think. You just dab. And then I just clean it with a dry paper towel. And I'm doing this because we're going to be doing our other one. Why don't I set it down? All right. And I don't really know the color palette I'm using for my second one yet. So stencil number 1. And then stencil number 2. This one is a little tricky, just FYI. All these little dots are flowers that go on top of these stems. So I find that I kind of look at it and figure out these 2 flowers go here. It takes a minute. It also helps actually if you go onto the website and look at the stencil. So see how all these little nubs are sticking out? Those are the tops of the stems. So in this case, the first one we were laying it right over a design. These are little like flower buds on the top of a stem. For some reason, my camera stopped working on my phone. So 1 second, we will be back to the fun, I promise. Please hold. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I don't know why that happened, but at least you know I didn't hire like a body double. It really is me designing the whole time. Okay. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna do my next blue. So I just literally grabbed my 4 blues. Now I better pay attention to my screen to make sure that doesn't happen again. Now I'm like all freaked out. Okay. So you guys, watching the back of my head would not be a really fun demo. You guys can hear me now, right? You are good. Okay, looking amazing in blue. Oh, thanks, Misty. It's my son's new colors for his hockey team. So I actually was excited and may have gone a little blue crazy down to the tennis shoes. Not gonna lie. Might have even gotten a blue trench. It's what you do. Plus, I'm excited. This is the first time he's ever been blue. Okay. I think we got them all. Okay, and now I'm going to go to this one. I'm just pouncing out a little bit of the color. And then picking this guy up. Maybe my fingernails, you know, it's touch and go. And then I'm going to put it on my actual packaging and just wipe that clean. There we go. You normally don't ever see me cleaning, so this is a really special and rare event tonight. Okay, let's figure out this. Ooh, I got it. These fit in right there. And then there's little buds as well. But these kind of have like a silhouette. So see right here, there's like a little loop-de-loop where it goes. So it's a little easier than the last one because there is a nice little silhouette. And again, unlike me demoing, you can put the photo of what this looks like up on your computer screen, where I have the photo of me. Hello, Heather. And hello, Teresa. And hello, everyone else that has hopped on. Okay. This is really dark and at first was scary, but it's going to turn out really pretty. And the next color is even darker. Pounce, pounce, pounce. And the last one is, I think, just a few pounces. All right, our big one's almost done. We got a couple little guys. I really don't need to re-ink so much. I have so much ink on my stencil. It's just a bad habit as I'm talking about it and still doing it. You can even like pull that ink off your stencil and use it. Oh, I almost forgot one where my finger was. Okay, now we have one more to go. Ooh, I haven't even held this up for you guys, sorry. But look at the different blues. So I've got the teal, then kind of a true blue, and then like a navy blue, and then our last blue is like a really dark, like close to black blue. All right, my really spiffy cleanup. And I even have some ink on my backside. Not personally, but of my stencil. Okay. Keep all your ink clean. Okay, last but not least, these are these big, kind of like papyrus looking things that we're going to turn into flowers. There we go. So fun. Okay, lid goes on. Last but not least, and like I said, this one's really dark. It's called Twilight. And it's very pretty. Okay. A few to go. These are kind of like little pom-poms, which are really, really gorgeous. And it does look very, like when you're doing this all by itself when the stencil's on, it's like, oh no, I've ruined it. It's too dark. You're not going to see these. But when you pull it off and you see all the colors together, it works. I don't know. It's foil magic. That's all I could say. Okay. Now we are going to peel this guy off. This guy wants to, I shoved it back in. There we go. We're going to do our quick cleanup. I've stained all my stencils, so if your stencils still look pretty in the package, you're doing it wrong. You have to pull them out of the package in order to use them, and they have to get dirty. Of course, you can always take your stamp cleaner and clean them off, but you know, where's the fun in that? They need to look loved like this. This is what all of your stencils should look like, you guys. Okay, we are now going to, since we all have this here, we are just going to keep going, and that's going to give this a moment to dry. So I kind of like to round this out a little bit and then pick my little card up, which I've now jammed into my low-tack craft mat. I'm trying to avoid touching it, which is pretty much impossible, but I don't want to shove my fingers into any of that ink. But look at that, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, you should. Don't be afraid, Teresa. You got this. And baby wipes, yes, that would be genius. But so far, paper towel, adult wipes are all I have. Just the paper towels. Okay, we are going to stick that on the side and then repeat. I was going to say I'm going to try to go faster, but well, we're going to go in reverse. So we're going to do this one first since it's here. And for this one, I think we're going to switch things up. I'm going to do orange. There we go. Well, where's my orange? We're going to move you to right here. Slap some orange on there. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's that time of year. My neighbor already shows me up. She's got her big fake pumpkins everywhere. She's even got her mailbox cover ready to go with her pumpkin gnomes. Gosh, keeping up with the Joneses, right? Again, all I have is some harvest scented candles out. Okay, we're not cleaning this time. You already watched me clean once. Once is enough. Okay, again, these ones have a little silhouette. I know there's a lot of repetition tonight. Bear with me. It's good to watch again and again, right? On repeat. You would have probably rewound it anyways. Like, wait, what did she do? I'm going to do I'm gonna do I was gonna do a light pink and a yellow, but that's not true now. We're gonna do a pink. Oh, I am gonna do a yellow. I don't really have a light pink. This is my lightest pink, which is a bummer because I really liked one of the samples. It was really soft pastel colors, and I don't have those. All of my pastels are like 15 years old, and I would probably be able to get a couple pounces in, and then it would die. They're all the little cat eye ink pads. I definitely would not be able to pounce any ink out of them. Okay, now we're gonna do yellow, if I can pick this up. Ooh, that's pretty too. Look at how gorgeous that is. You guys, these are really fun. And by the way, these are really fun in black and white too. I was even looking at the black and white pattern and going, ooh, I would, it's kind of easier actually after doing the ones I just did. So doing these next makes it a little easier by process of elimination on where to put this. So that's good to know. Okay, I am going to do, I did orange, I did pink, I'm going to do yellow. Doing the hand pouncing method. Very common when you don't want to exchange. Oh, and I still have a lot of blue on my stencil because, you know, I didn't use baby wipes, but that's okay. The nice thing about doing anything with florals is nature's different. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm kind of making a green now. We all know yellow and blue make green. Okay. So that's what I was going for, like a really nice light green, a nice light green flower bud. All right, let's see when we pop this off. Oh, it still looks yellow. We're good. Well, that's fun. Actually, it looks green on camera for you guys. Do you see yellow? Anybody? Anybody? Yellow, yellow? You got some yellow in there? Okay. And our last ones, these big fun like frond ones. I guess there's only really down here. I cut the rest off. We're just gonna do teal to go with our blue theme. And since I didn't really ink that dark ink off, they're gonna be dark teal, which I know you guys were like, oh, do dark teal, Demo Donna, that's so fun. It's my favorite. Chartreuse, there we go. Thanks, Darcel. You know, you guys always have my back. Okay, we are done with that. Phew. I think that's the most tedious demo I've put you through so far in terms of watching me do the same thing over and over again. So sorry for those of you that have an attention span similar to mine. I know that was a big ask. All right, and now, oh, that's so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's look at our two side by side, totally different vibe. Funsies. You guys like? I mean, where are my hearts at? Throw some hearts on there. Lots of love. You should be just like pounding your heart button over and over again. I want to see at least like 20 hearts when this video is done. I know you guys can do it. Okay, when I'm done with this, okay, we got two more. There we go. There we go. We're moving up. We're moving up. You know what? That's like my my energy when you add more love and hearts to the video. I'm like, oh, they really like me. Okay. Next, we are going to take our card base. I'm kind of winging it at this point. I've got somewhat of an idea, but, oh, okay. I have multiple ideas, but we are going to glue this whole thing on. What I'm going to do if I was not doing a live, I would let this dry for a little bit longer. But because this is a live, we are going to keep on trucking on. And I'm just going to try not to shove my fingers all over this. while working with it at the same time. Alrighty, and I have a great little trick. Just touch the non-inked parts with your fingernail tool. And then I'm going to take my Post-it and I'm just going to kind of smush it down. There we go. And I'm sure it's going to pick up some of that ink, but that's okay. Now I've glued it to my paper. Okay, come on, Post-it, stop showing off. So I picked up a little bit. Actually, it picked up the ink that was on top of the foil, which is nice. So some of that foil is going to show more. Okay, so now even that, by the way, we're not done, but even that, if you slapped a little get well soon on it, can you even see that? There we go. It's in gold. Like if you even slapped a little get well soon on there, would look pretty. But we're not done. But wait, there's more. We are going to be using, everybody, see if I could find them. Oh, here they are. We're going to be using these and we're going to be creating a really cool border. So these are the Fun Shapes border dies. And I am going to take this piece that I made and I am going to use my little wavy kind of envelope top. And I'm going to set this out on my die cutting machine. And a trick with these, I know not all die cutting machines have grids. So what you could do is lay down like a strip of washi tape, meaning I want to center my actual die here. It's important with this that if you're doing multiples, you want to make sure you're cutting out everything at the same spot. So for instance, I have this a little bit over the line here, and now I'll just scoot it up and it's a little bit over the line there. So it's even that way. And then when I lay this down to cut it, I know I have 4 loops on this side and 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. So that's how you center it. And I hope, and I'm going to scooch this down so I just have a nice little thing and run it through my machine. And I get, which guy do I want? I get this guy. I already pre-cut these. But look at that. Now I have a pretty little piece here that's going to be coming in on the side. And then I'm going to repeat and do the same thing with my blue paper. So I'm going to take this one off. I'm going to do the same one by making sure it's nice and even up here. And then lay my piece of paper evenly on. So it's exactly, the point is exactly at the same place. I hope I'm making sense. I'm trying. In my head, it makes sense. So maybe your head works the same way. Maybe our brains work the same. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, good. Great tip. Julie gets me. Julie gets my funky measuring. Okay. I also cut this down to be the same size. I don't think I want to go in that much. I don't want to cover that much of my design. And my gold is just going to be an accent. So I think I'm going to do like something like this. So like a very nice little accent. So I'm going to glue this together off my page. Then I'm going to trim my gold. And I just kind of want a little peekaboo of that gold. And now I'm going to run that through my little paper cutter. I brought my little guy over here, my little travel one. And I think I'm going to do right about there. And another trick, you guys, when you're cutting smaller pieces, this is okay. But when you're cutting smaller pieces and you don't feel comfortable with supporting yourself and holding it, you can always use your washi tape and you can washi tape it down. You can add a little piece of tape here to keep the lines straight and a little piece of tape here and then cut it. You don't need to just use your washi tape for, you know, design or your die cut machine. I think that's even. And you know what? I'm going to actually use my washi tape because I'm going to shut this and it's going to move. Okay. There we go. Kind of crooked. You're welcome, everybody. Of course, I'm keeping consistent and making things kind of crooked. And I'm going to keep this because I'm going to absolutely use that as a border for something. I don't throw away anything with my foil on it. Okay, so I am going to do just a little, just like that. Just a little pretty. Okay. Well, this will be fun since my ink's still wet, gluing it to my wet ink. All right, again, I love this background, so I didn't want to cover up too much, but I also didn't just want to use just the square. I wanted it to have a design element. So we've got this so far. I think next I am going to add my seine, and I was going to do something, oh, maybe I will do something coming in on this side. I was going to stamp and emboss, but I still want to get to 2 cards for you guys, and we're running out of time. So I am going to just grab, where's my favorite dark one? Here it is. I'm just going to grab this, and now we're just going to hope that I stamp it well. What did we decide this? It's really not easy to see. My white on white, I hope I'm on my label. I don't even think I am actually. Oh, that worked good enough for me. It was a little off the bottom. I think I'm going to do my get well soon there. And I might even layer it on another one of these as a little shadow. And we're not done with this. I'm going to show you another fun trick. Okay, so we are going to do that. So it just has a little something to pop it up with, way like that. Okay, and again, my ink is still wet, so I'm trying not to shove my fingers all over it. I kind of like it towards the bottom. Okay. I am going to add some of my foam tape. Here we go. My scissors are right here. Don't you love when you take the tool out that you're going to use to be prepared and then you go to where you store said tool and you can't find it because it's actually sitting right in front of you? Am I the only one that does that? I hope not. Anyways, it's like you grab your keys and then you're late and you're running around. Where are my keys? You know those moments. Okay. We are going to go, I think I'm going to go a little higher. No, because I don't want that blue. I'm going lower. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right there. Finger tool, tap, tap, tap. Flip that over. Trim that off. Okay, I'm happy with my get well soon. How about you guys? I mean, this is so pretty. It's kind of even hard. I would have even been fine with no message on it and having the message on the inside. I know. Crazy talk. And I've tried to find like an elegant font. I didn't even tell you guys what I'm using. You might know. I'm using the banner and the stamps from the Floral Banner Sentiments. This is a great set of all the things. Like I mentioned all the things these cards would be perfect for. Here is the list. So congratulations, happy birthday with sympathy. Just a note, thank you, get well soon, happy anniversary, welcome little one, hello sweet friend. Right there, all in one stamp set. Amazing. Okay, I did mention that I was going to show you some fun things with your Easy Squeeze glue, and I'm the kind of girl that delivers. So I am going to take my Easy Squeeze glue. I'm going rogue now, and I am going to do, as I'm like throwing glue all over myself, not really. Okay, I am going to do, all right, I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to do some glue dots. 1, 2, 3, maybe one there. 1, 2, 3. And like I said, I have many years practicing with this stuff. So if you are not comfortable making a glue dot, I highly recommend taking a piece of scrap paper and playing around with how that works. Okay, fun fact, this is embossing powder. I'm not going to emboss it. It's got so much beautiful blue glitter in it. I'm going to use it as if it's glitter. Shh. I love this color. Maybe we can convince Pink and Maine to put this out in a glitter because that navy glitter is so pretty. Okay, and I don't want to get any of this on my ink or it will stick. So look at that. Matching awesome glitter dot. It's really embossing powder. There we go. And I'm lightly flicking it because these are nice and wet. Can you even see the coolness? I know you guys can see that one. So here's these guys as well. And I'm also going to take Golden Palace and we're going to do some gold ones. So obviously this is great glue as paper to paper glue, gluing on your embellishments. But another cool thing is creating your own embellishments. And normally I would just be using glitter or flocking, but the two colors I want solid glitter with don't exist. So I am kind of cheating and using embossing powder that has glitter in it. And I'm okay with that. It's it actually makes it softer. Like it's not a super glittery vibe anyways. So I'm going to do one there and one there. And then kind of 3 a little spaced differently because I'm not going to fill this whole thing up. All right. Oh, whoops. Remember how I'm like, oh, I don't want to get on any of my page. And again, I am flicking off this stuff kind of gently since those are very fragile glue dots. Okay, obviously I still have some glitter. Once this is totally dry, I can take my glitter brush and wipe all that off. And gosh, it is so dark. My lighting is evil. Okay, but can you see them in there? Tell me you could see them. Okay, on to the next. We are going to whip out card number 2 really quickly. Okay, put that in there. Card number 2. We are going to take you right there. Are we putting you on blue or white? You go blue. Maybe it will be pretty on white and blue. We're going blue. Done and done. I would like to have another layer, like another, you know what? We're going to. Ooh, what about this? I think I like that. No. Oh no, she's going rogue. Let's see, can I use that? Ooh, I like it. Never waste anything, right guys? Okay. Even though this is not the foil I used for this paper, I still like having the two-tone background with the blue and the gold. Kind of gives it a little bit more oomph. A little more oomph. All right, you are going on next. Okay, I'm going to take my little post-it trick again since my ink is still a little wet. This time I'm going to put the sticky side up so it doesn't actually stick to my paper. There we go. As I smear it. Oh, good. It's dry enough. All right, and then what I'm going to do is take, I wanted to use some twine. Is it even going to be visible? Oh, it will be. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of my easy tear tape. Oh, let me show that to you guys. So there's that foiled background in the back. Oh, and these are the same. This is the shattered, and this is the two same foils. Silly me. Okay, I am now going to take my easy tear tape and I'm going to stick this on the back because this is just a card front. So when you put that onto a card base, that will be covered. And I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I am going to tape that down. And the nice thing too when you use your easy tear tape is you already have adhesive. Okay, and this is Pink and Main's gold twine. I know it came in a Crafty Courtyard set, so I don't know if it's something that is available full-time. Fingers crossed. And I want to do a little stamp saying, so I'm going to do thank you, because that's the smallest. So thank you wins. So we are going to grab thank you and a trick. You guys ready? This is a really easy trick, but for some reason it throws me off every time. Okay, flip over. So I am stamping it on this banner. This banner has a top, no matter how you do it, the top part edges up when you have it facing up. So I'm going to flip it over, and then when I go and I position my stamp, because I want it to match the curve, am I doing this wrong? No, I am not doing it wrong. There we go. I'm like, oh no. Oh, my brain. Okay, I've got my thank you, maybe. There we go. Probably would have been a good idea to do all this on a darker piece of paper so I could actually see. And I think I'm going to have that just kind of popping. Maybe I don't even want it as like a main feature. Okay, we'll put the thank you inside. I'm going to just leave that as is for now because I don't know what else I want to do with it, and I don't want to ruin it because it's so pretty. Okay, I will have more goodies for you guys. I have more tips on what to do with your dimensional glue coming to you soon. I made some really fun things today to show you, but they're not quite ready because they need to dry a little bit longer. So here are our two. This one's not done, but it will be. And here are those two reverse pages, which are very busy, but still very pretty. And I think as a background paper, you wouldn't even need much for this card. Just put a little saying along the bottom, or add like maybe some strips of just the solid color, this teal, or this beautiful purpley orangish color, orangish. All right, there you go, you guys. I hope you had fun with the Demo Donna double feature Monday live. If you missed Monday, make sure you go back and watch it. We made these two fabulous cards with the Crafty Courtyard kit, which is adorable this month. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a blast. Woo! See, messy hair. All right, everybody, have a lovely evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. Make sure you catch Caitlin's live tomorrow. Bye-bye.